Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter when you may be catching this particular broadcast. Out to these Pelzer here, your voice manager. Yes, I unmute the voice of women who are ready to speak up about the thing that has kept her silent for way too long. Good morning. I'm super excited, you guys. Hey, Lisa, over on Periscope. How are you this morning? So I got some motivation for you this Friday. It's Friday. But not only is it Friday, oh my goodness. Tomorrow is day one of the World Voice Summit. I am so super excited, guys, to be bringing the World Voice Summit to you guys simply because this is one of my babies, like my baby. When I think about just, oh my goodness, being able to have the impact, that is what this summit does. Like, it allows me to be able to have an impact on the world. So if you have not done so already, make sure that you are registered bit.ly// capital WVL Summit 20. Yes, all uppercase. I think I did it wrong on don't judge my lifestyle. So, but I need you guys to have this understanding. There will be detours in life. There will be detours, but I need you not to get distracted by the detours. And so that's what today is all about. Today is not to get distracted by the detours, because what I have found out in my journey personally, because y'all know I won't tell y'all business, I just tell mine. What I found out is that oftentimes the journey, we don't pay as much attention to the journey because we try and get to the destination. And sometimes that detour is to bring you back into focus of where you actually are, because sometimes we're going through life blindly and we're not really paying attention to our surroundings. And that's how marriages fall apart. That's how children become despondent and separated from their parents and not really, communication, it has completely fallen off. All of these things start to happen because we're focused on this goal and this journey, but here comes a detour. And sometimes the detour is to kind of jolt you back to where you are in reality right now. So when we think about the detour, don't allow the detour to be a distraction. Don't allow the fact that you have a detour be a distraction. And many people do that. They get so frustrated by the detour that they're distracted from what they actually are supposed to be doing. That now they're sitting off on the side of the road instead of moving towards their destination. But what I will let you know is that I have found that when I go and I just go ahead and follow the detour, oftentimes it leads me to even something greater. And so this year was definitely a whole lot different than what I was going to do for the summit last year. And so we did the inaugural World Voice Summit, banged it out. Yes, 2019 was the inaugural World Voice Summit, February of 2019. The new summit starts tomorrow. If you have not done so already, make sure that you are registered bit.ly/WVL Summit 20. First, what's different about this year? For one, we just announced our summit sponsor. Yes. Good morning. We just announced our summit sponsor. So our official summit sponsor is Swag Her Magazine. Yes, Francesca Felder, who is down south, that part. But so you guys saw the announcement. Some of you may not have seen it. It's over on the business page. Super excited to have them on, and they've been sharing it out, the information. You'll hear more about them throughout the summit, as well as the speakers on the summit get a special opportunity from Swag Her Magazine. That's one of the reasons why I love making community connections. And I've been always teaching you guys about creating community connections and supporting communities. You know why? Because that is how you grow as a business. That is how you grow as an individual. And so we had detours when it came to the summit this year, because last year, can I tell y'all, we had 100+ speakers on the summit last year. It wore us out. And so this year I was like, the team and I were talking, and we were literally, breaking some things down and saying what we were going to do with the summit and how we were going to situate some things and put some things in order. And so people were just like, okay, great. Let's put this together. Let's set this up. And then some detours started coming, and it wasn't going the way we thought it was going to go. And we said, oh, okay, hey, Maria, how are you? Good morning. We said, okay, that's all right. We'll just follow this detour and see where it takes us. Let me tell you something. I had a meeting with my team this week, and it was interesting because I was only in there for part of the meeting, which I absolutely, absolutely love, that the team can have a meeting without. But I went and I hopped in to be in part of the meeting, and man, I was excited, and an idea was thrown out, and the idea was sparked as from what we've been doing with the changes with the summit, the detour. That could have been something that I was like, oh, this is frustrating. Oh, I don't think we're going to do it. And you know what? Forget it. I give up. Instead of us doing that, we went, come on. Come on. Good morning, Daniel. How are you? We went full force. And so we have some phenomenal speakers for the summit this year. They have a great opportunity with Swag Her magazine. Then we also have some powerhouses that are going to be coming in, and some other opportunities for our speakers that'll be coming out as well. I am excited. Hey, T Free in the building. How are you, New York? Yes, how are you doing this morning? Great things. Great rising to you as well. How are you? Yes, wepa. So I am super excited. It's definitely been an amazing experience. But this is the thing. So the people that we thought were going to be speakers were not speakers. Y'all better catch it. Y'all better catch it. Because oftentimes we have a set plan in our mind of who's going to be on the platform, or what you're going to do, and how things are going to be set up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Exactly, Maria. And that's what I feel as though with the summit this year, it did. And Maria just said, sometimes detours, I'll put it on the screen for you guys. Sometimes detours direct you where you should be. And so the people we thought were going to be on the summit, oh my goodness, all these different things were happening. And, we weren't hearing back from people. And so I was just like, oh my goodness, why? What is going on? But the people that actually showed up to be on the summit, I was like, oh, those are the right ones. Oh, this is going to be perfect. Even with how the panels are falling in line. Wait till y'all see who's on these panels and these panel discussions, and how we are about to set y'all on. This is the thing. So because 2020 for me is all about elevation, we made it so the summit is everybody that's bringing you something on the summit, it's to elevate you in 2020. It's to elevate you in life. It's to elevate you in business. Plain and simple. And there's no fluff. There's no, they're not gonna dance around the subjects. They're not gonna do any of those things. And so that's why I was so excited about the ones that actually said yes and signed up, because guess what? It's gonna be so much better for you. Those of you that have registered, those of you that are still registering, it's gonna be so much better for you. But I could have been frustrated and quit. Come on. Right? I could have been frustrated and quit. I could have been frustrated and said, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to give up. You know what? Forget it. No. And everything's falling in line. Sometimes the detours are because you're not supposed to focus on certain people. It's because the ones that are supposed to be there will be the ones that show up. I'm super excited about that. Right? Come on. Look, Maria said, I want to be elevated. Look, I want to be elevated. I understand, Marie. It is so much going on, but I am so excited about this year. We have the CEO of Black Speakers Network. We have Swag Her magazine as our sponsor. We have, we are starting the summit off tomorrow. And one of the things we're doing tomorrow is a panel. It is a mental health panel. When I tell you mental illness and mental health has been something that has literally still been a taboo topic all across the world. It's still been a taboo topic in families and in generations. And it's our young people that are suffering because we've spent so much time hiding this particular topic. And so I'm super excited that we are starting off the summit with the mental health panel. Like, I am through the freaking roof. Why? This is valuable for your business and your life. It is so valuable. Oh my goodness. I know Brittany is going to be on there. I am so excited. And so we have mental health professionals, we have social work professionals that will be coming in. We have people that literally they work with those who are coming in for counseling. They work with those who have dealt with domestic violence. They work with all of these different people, and they are going to give it to you straight, no chaser. Straight. Come on. If your mental is not on point, then your business cannot be on point. I cannot tell you and stress enough. There were years, I think it was like a year ago or 2 years ago, the CEO of Crown Chicken literally drove to his office and committed suicide. We have to understand that it does not matter how much success you get. You have to have this mental health in order for your business to continue to be thriving and successful. And I'm super excited about this. So, but again, it was a shift. And I was like, okay, it didn't go the way that I wanted it to go. But man, when I tell you, I looked up and the people that Brad Butler is going to be on with the team panel, after the team panel, Brad Butler, if you don't know who he is, powerhouse. Frank Sagasta is going to be on the panel. Listen, is going to be speaking. If you do not know who these people are, I need you to get an understanding that we did not hold back. We did not hold back this year. The number one thing that I saw in previous years was that people were getting so much fluff. They were getting so much, just people that just wanted to sell to you. They were getting so many links and so many webinars and so many tip sheets. And so they were getting inundated with so much information that it was information overload. Hey, Cherie, good morning, sis. It was information, right, Lisa? Information overload. And they weren't taking action. And I was like, there has to be a better way. So what I did is we have a whole month of speakers. So if you haven't done so already, make sure that you register. bit.ly WVL Summit 20, all uppercase. Make sure that you register. It's free. If you know that you're going to miss a day or miss 2 days and you're like, I want to get all of the access, go and register to get the replays. You can register right now. It's a small fee. Get the replays. Why? Because I'm telling you, it's no longer about the name of the person that's giving you the information. That's one of the biggest shifts that you're going to see in 2020. It is no longer about the name. It is about what that person knows, and it is about what that person can do for you. It is no longer about the popularity, and y'all started to see it over the last few years. This is why I say you got to follow the detours sometimes. Whereas when I came into the industry, when I rebranded in 2016, it was all about the likes. It was all about the follows. It was all about the hearts. It was all about the engagement. We have shifted in such a direction that it is no longer that people who are called micro influencers are making a difference. It has shifted in such a way that it's not that you get 100,000 views on your post, but is your post making a change? because you can have the 100,000 views and not have any conversion. It's different. And so you got to follow the detours. And this is the thing, it's hard sometimes. And again, I won't tell y'all business, I just tell mine. Y'all can do an amen if y'all understand me though. Sometimes it's hard for us to follow the detour because we had our heart set on the road or the journey looking a certain way. So sometimes it's hard for us to follow the detour because we thought that the journey was going to look a certain way. We thought that certain people were going to be with us and aligned with us on this journey. We thought that certain people were going to be supporting us on this journey. We thought that certain things were going to happen, certain doors were going to open on this journey. And when the doors did not open, we became fearful and we shut down. When the journey didn't look the way we thought it was going to look, when the people that were supporting us were no longer there, we shut down, we got fearful. And it's very easy to quit. Come on. Exactly. Look, Daniel said it. God's way is not our way. And so it's very easy for us to give up and stop fighting because we think that there's nobody fighting in with us. We think that there's nobody standing beside us. We think that there's nobody who has our back. And so it gets very frustrating. And we may put on a mask and a facade thinking that we can make people believe, oh, I'm doing it by myself and I got all this. I'm all right. I don't care if they leave. Yeah, you can say you don't care if people leave, but the reality is that that's not the case. Come on. Come on. You can say it's okay if people leave, but reality is that's not the case. Reality is you become wounded when somebody leaves. The reality is you become wounded when somebody talks about you negatively. The reality is that when somebody is no longer a client or a customer, that still affects you negatively. And if you don't know how to handle it mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, if you don't know how to handle it, you'll break down. I've seen so many people break down and not know what to say, not know where to go. And this is the thing. And we get into this habit of where we won't do the things that we're supposed to do. So now we start filling our calendar. We start filling our day and our to-do list. Good morning, Pastor C. We start filling our to-do list and our calendar with things that are not productive. We start being busy instead of being productive. We start putting our hands on stuff that's not meant for us to touch because we want to seem like we're doing something. We want to seem like we're moving and we're not actually moving because we've been wounded. And so many people, entrepreneurs, speakers, authors are walking around wounded and still trying to do life. Come on. Come on. Good morning. Come on. Come on. Walking around wounded. Pastor Cassandra said it. No time to break down. But and we walking around wounded. We walking around fearful. We walking around in pain. And so now every person that we're supposed to be helping, now we're hurting. Now the projects that we had, the great ideas that we had in our mind are not getting worked on because we working on stuff that we ain't supposed to touch. Now we sitting there fumbling around with stuff that's not supposed to even be in our hands. We then became distracted on the journey because now we so frustrated by the fact that there was a detour that the journey no longer looks the way we put it on paper. So now we fiddling with stuff. And when we fiddle with stuff, we end up wasting time, energy, and money. Y'all better come on. Y'all better come on this morning. We end up wasting time, energy, and money because what ends up happening is now I'm trying to find something to fill the time. instead of me being deliberate about my time. Now I'm trying to find stuff to fill the time instead of being deliberate about my time. Now I'm not being deliberate about my mornings. So now my mornings are all jumbled. Now I'm not writing down my to-do list anymore. Now I'm not focused on what I need to get done in order for me to elevate, in order for me to add clients. Now I'm just playing around with stuff. Now I'm going and I'm jumping on people's platform in order for me to be a part of something, to have my name out there for the exposure, for the clout. Hashtag clout chasing. But now I'm not making a difference in anybody's lives. I don't know if y'all hearing me this morning. Now I'm not making a difference in people's lives. Now I'm not going and actually being significant to the person that needed me. And this is the thing. Esther, I need you to understand this, Esther. That maybe you were called for such a time as this. Maybe the detour was because the people that you needed to speak to was in a different direction and you were going the wrong way. So the detour came to get you back on the right path. See, you thought the detour was putting you in the wrong path. The detour was to get you back on the right path. The detour was to get you to somebody who needed you. The detour was to get you to somebody who needed your voice in order for them to be able to get out of bed this morning. The detour was for you to be able to get up. And when you rose up, the people who were watching from behind you rose up as well. You didn't even see them get up. Y'all better. You didn't even see them get up. But they saw you get up. In the midst of your struggle, in the midst of your trials, in the midst of you going through a detour, they saw that you followed the detour and then you swerved around something. Y'all ever been in traffic and the person in front of you swerves around something and you like, well, why are they swerving? So let me go ahead and swerve too, because they know something that I don't know. They saw something that I didn't see. So let me follow in their footsteps. And then they're swerving around a tree branch that's in the middle of the road. You know why? Because you were called for such a time as this, so that way you could see it first. And somebody who may not be as sighted as you were, oh, y'all better catch this. Somebody who may not has had as much sight as you have, somebody who may not have had as clear a vision as you had, could see that you moved around something. So that means I need to move too. Stop getting distracted by the detour. Mm. The detour was not meant to harm you. The detour strengthens you. Have you ever been on a detour and looked around and said, I've never seen this location before, and you saw a store that you may have needed, you saw a house that was your home. Y'all better come on. You saw a house or the picture of the house that you wanted because you were on that detour. It wasn't planned. You made an unplanned stop and you went and connected with somebody that you needed to connect to, and they ended up being somebody who brought you a six-figure idea to your business. You made a stop on somebody's broadcast and got some information that empowered you, that made you want to go and run and do something great. Listen. Don't be distracted by the detour. Don't be upset by the detour. Follow the detour because it may work out in your favor. Esther had a detour. That was not where she wanted to be. That was not her choice. It was a detour. The detour is because you were called for such a time as this. And your detour, oh, somebody better catch this. Y'all might have to quote this out today. Your detour can lead to somebody else's deliverance. Your detour can lead to somebody else's deliverance. I need y'all to catch that. I hope y'all caught that. Your detour Your detour can lead to somebody else's deliverance. And so, literally, the fact that you had the detour, don't get distracted by that. It was for a purpose, it was for a reason, and it can lead to somebody else's deliverance. Come on. Joseph's detour led to somebody else's deliverance. See, we think it's so small minded. We thinking so small. I told you your potential, we said it earlier this week, your potential is too great for you to be average. Why? Because your detour can provide somebody's deliverance. Joseph's detour provided somebody's deliverance. Come on. Come on. Your detour provided somebody else's deliverance. Esther's detour provided somebody else's deliverance. Noah's detour provided for somebody else's deliverance. You got to have this understanding, and you got to have it deep on the inside of you, because it goes so much deeper than what you just do today. It goes so much deeper. And so this detour that we had for the summit, I said, wow, we're changing it up. So now every Saturday is going to be the panel discussion, because we had people that were like, oh my goodness, I don't want to miss the panel discussions. The panel discussions last year were freaking fire. Oh my goodness. People were like, time and this and that. So the panel discussions are on Saturdays. Everything lined up so well. I could not have created this myself. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. You have to gain that understanding. And there are going to be moments where the detour feels like it's never going to end. There are going to be moments where it feels like the detour feels like it's never going to end. It feels like the detour has gotten you all turned around. It's going to be moments where the detour makes you feel as though you're in a state of confusion. It makes you feel as though you're not where you're supposed to be. Can I just say this to you? Can you just follow the detour? Don't get distracted by your feelings. Good morning, Tamika. Good morning, sis. Don't get distracted by your feelings. Our feelings are subject to change. See, the detour was set in motion for a reason. Our feelings are subject to change. And so this morning, you may not have felt like getting up and going to your job. Can we be real? Can we be honest? This morning, you may have not, when you got up, you ain't feel like talking to your spouse. You might have looked at them and rolled your eyes while they were still asleep. This morning, you may not have felt like making breakfast for your children. This morning, you may not have felt like getting up and cleaning your home. You may not have felt like doing these things. But we can't always go by feeling alone, because feelings are subject to change. Come on, right? Look, Tamika said, let's be real about that. Feelings are subject to change. I may have gotten up this morning and not wanting to do nothing. Feelings are subject to change. So I just go by what's on the paper, what I'm supposed to be doing. I go by what's going on with the detour. If there is a detour, okay, well, let me follow this detour, because again, we said your detour can lead to somebody else's deliverance. So let me follow this detour. Is it easy? It's not always easy. Nobody said the journey was going to be easy. And if they did, you need to go mom pluck them in the forehead, because they lied. But something so much greater is coming because of your obedience. See, my obedience is not going to always be because I feel like it. Come on. Come on, you better say it. Come on, you better say it, Marquita. Sometimes the detour can save your life. Sometimes the detour can save your life. My obedience is not always about my feelings. My obedience is about my dedication to my goal. My obedience is about my dedication to the finish line. My obedience is about my dedication to getting to my destination. It's not about feelings. It's not about feelings. So, whatever your detour was this week, it may have tripped you up because it caught you off guard. I understand. But don't allow it to make you quit. Whatever your detour was in January, that's okay. You may be looking right now and saying, I missed every single goal I was supposed to hit in January. Okay, no problem. There's still February. There's still March. There's still more months in this year. Okay. So we're not going to go by feeling because you may be feeling defeated. You may be feeling frustrated. The detour don't care about your feelings. Can we just be, I mean, listen, I won't tell y'all business. I told you, I just tell mine. The detour didn't care nothing about my feelings. The detour didn't care nothing about me celebrating what I did last year. The detour didn't care nothing about what I was trying to achieve. The detour didn't care nothing about none of that. It didn't care nothing about it. The detour cared about if I was going to make it to my destination, giving me the way to make it to my destination. Come on. Come on. Tamika said it, no matter the obstacle, just keep going. The detour was just so I can get a better way to my destination because the original way I could not go. So it gave me an alternative route. It didn't care nothing about my feelings. Come on. Good morning, Miss Tasha. It didn't care nothing about my feelings. And so we have to have that understanding going in as an entrepreneur, as a mother, as a daughter, as a sister, as a friend, as a spouse, as a father, as a brother, as an uncle, as an aunt. It don't matter what your title is. As a pastor, as a deaconess, as a deacon, as a first lady, listen, praise and worship leader, as youth pastor. It doesn't matter what your title is. The detour cares nothing about your title either. Y'all better, you better come on. Good morning, Nikki. The detour doesn't care anything about your title. The detour doesn't care anything about your letters behind your name. The detour don't care nothing about what you have overcome in the past. It don't care nothing about your bank account. The detour didn't care. The detour said, if you are going to this destination, this is the route you need to take. Come on. It didn't care. It didn't care how many awards you had. It didn't care how many nominations you had. It did not care. When we change our mindsets and we change to determine that my goal is where I'm going, and I'm going to get there by any means necessary, that means that if I got to take a detour to get there, I'm going to take a detour to get there. Because I can guarantee that as a parent, if I'm going to my children's school and there is an issue and I need to take a detour to get to there, then guess what? I'm going to take it. Not a problem, Maria. Listen, I'm going to take the detour. Come on. Come on. I'm going to take the detour because I know that I need to get to my destination. If something is going on and you need to get to your children, you need to get to your home, you needed to get to your parents, you're going to figure it out. You better come on, Marquita. Marquita says sometimes the detour is better than the original way. You're gonna figure it out. You're gonna follow the detour. You're not gonna cry. I mean, you may complain a little bit, but you're gonna swallow that because you got a place to be. Can you have? Oh, this gonna hurt somebody. I'm sorry, not sorry. This gonna hurt somebody. I know it. Y'all can send the ambulance and the little people with the hard hats in the comments already. Can we start looking at our dreams the same way that we would look at how we show up for people? Can we show up for our dreams the same way that we show up for Friday night free before 11 at the club? Can we just be real a little bit? Can we just be I don't show up Friday night at the club no more, but can we just be real a little bit? I used to. Can we show up for our dreams the same way that we show up Friday free before 11? Can we show up for our dreams the same way that we show up for open bar? Can we show up for our dreams the same way that we show up for the free this and the free that? Can we show up for our dreams the same way? How about this? Can we show up for our dreams the same way that you go and show up for somebody else's freebie, somebody else's free webinar? Can I can we show up for our dreams the same way that we show up for somebody's freebie? Can we show up for our dreams the same way that we show up to buy Jordans? I'm gonna get real with y'all. We just gonna be a little indignant today. We just gonna be a little bit. Just come on. We just gonna be a little bit indignant today. Just a little bit. Just a smidge. Can we show up? Can we show up the same way we show up for the new Chanel bag, the new Fendi outfit? Can we show up for our dreams the same way? I mean, literally show up with cash in hand or cash in wallet or money in bank, thinking about how we are going to buy that thing. Can we show up the same way? Good morning, D. Can we show up the same way? Come on. Can we show up the same way? Can we show up the same way that we show up to the hair salon? Can we show up the same way we show up to the nail salon? I'm just asking some questions. I mean, I just need some real answers. Because we said that this was going to be our year. We said that we this okay, I won't tell y'all business. I'll tell my business. I said that this was going to be my year. And so this be tea and shade to whoever it needs to be. I said I was going to show up for my business this year. 100, 300, 9,000%. I'm showing up for my business. That means when the detour happens, I figure it out. That means when things come into my life, obstacles, situations, I figure it out. So guess what? I've been figuring it out all month long. I ain't been to a nail salon. I ain't been to a hair salon. I've been determined that I'm going to pay off my debt so that way I can be debt free this year. Guess what? I'm doing no frills. And then, but somebody may say, well, the reason people aren't buying into your program is because your hair isn't done the way they think it should be done. And this is something somebody said on somebody's post that they needed to do their hair. Can I tell y'all something? When you make a decision that you are going all in for something, that decision means that I need to make sacrifices in other areas. That decision means that I need to do what I need to do. My focus ain't on if you like my hair or not. I'm going to just let y'all be real. Just let y'all in for a moment. My focus is not on if you like my hair or not. It's not. My focus is on you getting your goals done. My focus is on you having your voice heard in the world. That's my focus. And so this is the problem. If my hair distracts you so much that you just can't work with me because that distracts you, then is your voice getting heard really that important to you? It's not. It's not. Then your goal is not that serious. Y'all better yeah, come on. It's Friday, y'all. I'm breaking some folk free today. It's Friday. If what somebody is wearing deters you, then your goal is not that serious. Because can I tell you something? It's people out here showing up in t-shirts and jeans. It's people out here who ain't combing their hair, who making millions and billions of dollars while you worried about somebody's hair. Boo. That was my public service announcement. Look, Marquita said, fear of the unknown happens because of detours, because you don't know what lies ahead of you. Look beyond what you see and take a chance. Come on. Come on. Your goal is not that important to you if what I got on deters you from going after what you need. Come on. Michael said, just what? Come on. Come on. And they won't get a discount. Because there's going to be somebody that sees what I have, understands what I deliver, that'll pay me, that'll come to me. I don't have to chase them down. I don't know what you were speaking over your business this year. But when I chose to start speaking differently over my business, I'm not chasing people down. And so if my hair deters you, then okay, you weren't meant for me. If my body weight deters you, then sorry. But I am connecting to the people who they are saying this is their year. They're doing more than saying it, but they're taking action with it. And they're saying, I'm not going to allow anything to deter me. This is the thing. This is the year that you say, nothing can stop me. Nothing. I am going after what I said I wanted. I am going after everything that is due me. The same way that we would show up and figure it out. If there was a detour to get to our child's school, we would figure it out and we would get to that school. We would figure it out. You got to be willing to figure it out. And that's going to hurt some people because guess what? There's going to be many people that's going to look at me one day and be like, I had a chance to work with her when she did ... There's going to be people that says, I remember when ... I should have connected when ... I get it all the time. I hear it all the time. I hear people that talk about my membership community. My membership community is $127 a month. There are people that were like, wait, I thought it was $25 a month. It was back when I first started it 3 years ago. ... See, we put our butt in the way. We put our butt in the way. And we was looking for the flashing lights. We was looking for the glitz, the glitter, the glam. We was looking for all of this stuff. Determine that you are going to go after it. I told you, the same way that you going and getting your hair done every week. Make sure that you go after your goals like that every week. Same way you getting your nails done, go after getting your nails done. Let's go. Make sure that your goals is the same way. Good morning, Antoinette. This is, and so it's funny. So Antoinette Gabriel is in the comments. And when I tell you, sis, she is another one that I've seen go after it. And she got to a point where you can even see the change. And I want to say the shift happened maybe about a year or so ago. And there was a shift, complete shift. And you would hear her say, "Nah, I won't be there for that. Nah, I'm not showing up for that." But you saw her movement. You saw her doing deliberate things. Come on. Come on. Come on, sis. We saw her moving, doing deliberate things. I'm watching her go and make things happen for first time home buyers on a consistent basis. I'm supporting her. I'm like, go ahead, sis. Keep going. Keep going. And guess what? Because you become deliberate. I'm not letting nothing stop me. That's cute that you talk about this and you talk, that's cute. I need to figure out what's going to make me move. And so many times we get so distracted by things that's not making us move that when we get to something that's going to make us move, now we don't know how to act. Now we don't know how to react to it. We don't know what to do with it. No, no, no. The detour is there to keep movement going. Cause see, can we get just a little technical with it? When you get to a point where a road is closed, there is no other place that you can go. There would be so many people that would just stop. A detour doesn't allow you to get to that point. A detour doesn't allow you to get to the point where you have to stop and turn around. A detour catches you before you get to that. Y'all better catch this. A detour will catch you before you get to the point where you have to turn around, in order for you to be able to keep moving towards your destination. That is what a detour does. That is what a detour does. And so the detour puts you in a position to where you can keep going. So while you're frustrated by the detour because you're like, oh, it's going to take more time. No, it may take more time, but it's keeping you moving. It's keeping you moving, because you would have got to that space and not been able to go any further. How many people got to that space in a business in 2019 and they couldn't go any further? How many of you got to your place of sharing your gifts in 2019 and you felt like you could not go any further? How many of you got to a place of selling books in 2019 and then you didn't sell another book for several months? How many of you got to a place where you were speaking and then you couldn't get any more speaking opportunities, or all the rest of the speaking opportunities were not meant for you? They didn't feel right. You were going and speaking on stages and you didn't feel anything. You didn't see any shifts. You didn't see any changes in the people that were coming. How many of you saw yourself saying yes to opportunities, and then the opportunity was not producing any fruit? How many of you saw you were literally saying yes to opportunities and then the opportunity was not producing any fruit? So you were standing there stuck and had to turn around and had to turn around and go back to the drawing board, and had to turn around and go back to where you started, and had to turn around. That's not happening this year. Antoinette said it. Look, it's no time to stop. Find a way to keep moving. Find a way to keep moving. And so whatever the distraction was that thing that would have stopped you. Come on. It would have stopped you. But the detour was so you could keep moving, so you didn't have to turn around. And then some of you got so frustrated on the detour that you lost focus and went past where the detour was taking you. Y'all better come on. Come on. Look, Marquita said, here's my detour story. I'm a singer all day, but now I'm being ordained as a minister. The detour is real. And you don't know where it's going to take you. You don't know where it's going to take you. You don't know who it's going to help. You don't know who it's going to impact. But the detour was so that way you did not quit. The detour was so that way you didn't just shut down. Get back to that focus and not being distracted by the detour. I'm so proud of you, Marquita. So proud of you. Mm. The detour was meant for you to keep moving. And so your homework for today, I know it's Friday. Y'all like, teachers in school don't even give us homework on Fridays. I know, I got y'all. Your homework is I want you to really look at your January. And if you felt like January was one of those moments where you came to a standstill or you came to a point where you felt like you had to turn around and go back and start all over, I want you to get connected with somebody that's going to keep you moving. Come join the World Voice League. Go and connect with a mentor, connect with and I mean, don't just connect with somebody just because you say, oh, well, they told me to connect. And, no, I mean, connect with somebody that's going to put some fire to your behind. Put some fire to your behind. Come on. That's it. Put your fire to your behind. That's what it's about. Because you got greater things coming. So my detour with the summit, I welcomed it because not only did it lead us to something great, we have something, we got something in store for y'all. That might even be in motion before the end of 2020. And it falls right in line with what my brand is doing. It falls right in line with what my business, it is. When I tell y'all, when y'all hear this announcement, y'all are going to be like, oh, she really was making moves. That detour was real. That detour was really real. We got things to do. Come on. The detour was meant to see if you would be obedient to his direction. Because remember, we talked about that earlier, that obedience. Sometimes it's not about your feelings. It's about your obedience. Can you be obedient to the goal that you said you wanted to achieve? Can you be obedient to the steps that you need to take in order for you to be successful? Can you be obedient? It's necessary. Oh, this has been, when I tell you this journey has been, whew. If it was by feeling, I wouldn't be here in front of y'all. Real talk. Come on. Zakia, good morning. It wouldn't be, listen, Zakia is another one. Oh my goodness, the powerhouses are on here this morning. So I'm always shouting people out, y'all. So Marquita, of course, she's a songstress. Like, I love her voice. And she's been singing ever since, listen, I think, okay, I won't do that because that'll be dating you. That'll be it's been a minute though, Marquita. It's been a minute. But Zakia, I met Zakia on Periscope, and she was doing soap school and she was doing some other things. And when I tell you, Zakia is a powerhouse. I've watched her go to China. I think just recently she was over in Africa. Like, she is a powerhouse, all from going live and doing broadcasts and showing people how to make soaps. I've watched her go and travel the world with that same, with her same passion and purpose. The detour for her was, just going online and live streaming, but she's gone and done so many other things because of that. And I mean, I'm like, man, she is killing it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Don't be distracted. Just go. Go with the detour. Oh, she doesn't. Zakia said, "Does Marquita live stream her singing?" She doesn't, and she didn't got fussed at about it. She may have some on her page. If you check out her page, she may have a few on there, but she doesn't do as many as she should. And Zakia, she's in Philadelphia. Get a kid, get a Zakia, and she's in Philadelphia. I'm telling you, God connected me with so many amazing people. People that and this is people that I've known. So I've known Zakia for maybe about 3-4 years now. I've known Marquita for decades. It's literally been decades, Marquita, but I'm not going to put it all out there. But it's literally been decades that I've known Marquita. And always had a powerful voice. She sang at my wedding. Y'all, but I love it because I get to see people walk in their gifts and their talents. And it's because of me watching others walk in their gifts and talents that I'm just like, man, let's go. We can do so much more. We can take this to another level. Who else do we need to touch? Who else do we need where else do we need to be? Let's get over into the UK. Let's get over into Scotland. Listen. Look, right? The kid said, I will bring the phone to your door. Exactly. Good morning. Exactly. It's been at least 30 years, y'all. At least. That's 3 decades. It's been at least. You got to have this understanding. The gifts that you have can open up so much for so many other people. The gifts that you have can change the world. The gifts that you have can literally create something amazing for people. But we never know until we are focused on making sure that we are making that gift relevant. Are we pouring into that gift? And when we decide that we're going to pour into that gift, it changes everything. It changes everything. It changes everything. I absolutely love it. I love it. And then I got to see Zakia live when we went to Philly. Her and Fraser. Fraser is actually from Scotland, and he was over here visiting people, and we got to all meet up. So we had Maryland, Philly, and Scotland all together connecting, and it was like bananas. But those are the type of opportunities that open up when you decide that you're going to be obedient to following the detour. Because the little introvert, if I never would have started live streaming, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I followed that detour. And it's brought me so much further. That part. So I appreciate you guys. I am looking forward to the summit. It starts tomorrow. Guys, make sure that you are registered. I'll put it in the comments again for you guys. It is BIT. Yep, I can spell bit.ly/WVL Summit 20. Make sure that you are registered. The first day is tomorrow. And when I tell you we are about to shut it down, it is about to be powerful. bit.ly/WVL Summit 20. That part. Oh, not a problem. Not a problem. Oh my goodness. Yes. We were moving and shaking. And you know what, Zakia? We're going to work it out. I'm going to still get you on the summit. We're going to figure it out. Watch me. I'm gonna get you on there because y'all need to this woman has done some phenomenal things in her business and been able to travel because of her business. Like you're about to, man, y'all, she gonna be on the summit. We gonna figure it out, y'all. I got y'all. I got y'all. She gonna be on there. We gonna find a spot for her because y'all need to hear her message. Y'all need to hear her story and just what she's been able to do. And just the time she's been able to do it, the lives she's been able to touch. Like she was in China, guys. Crazy, right? Oh, love you too, sis. I appreciate y'all. So again, make sure you're registered. If you haven't done so already, it's free. If you want to, if you're not going to make it to each and every one of them, that's fine. You can go ahead and register to get the replays so that way you can go back and watch it at any given moment. There are people that are still watching the replays from last year. So y'all thought last year was fire. This year is about to be even to a higher level. So I am excited about it. I have many things to do to prepare for tomorrow. So if you have any questions, by all means, reach out. And until next time, guys, don't forget to press it out. See ya.